welcome to our first impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at the upcoming game Magicka Wizard Wars. This is a free-to-play battle arena style game set in the Magicka world with Magicka spellcasting. We're going to look at some of the things currently available in the early access. You can get early access on Steam for as little as $13. There are higher packages if you want. This will be a free-to-play game at launch, but there's going to be some microtransactions, and you can get a little head start running the game and getting a couple of items when the game comes out. So, first thing we're going to do is look at the equipment. You got your mage, and you have a weapon, your robe, and your staff. So your weapon, you can choose. I only got two, so I have a fast weapon. It's got a quarter-second cast attack time and does 85 damage. Or this one is 0.6 and does 220. So if you want to be a bit more of a beady mage, you just go with the bigger attack. If you want to have a little bit more of a finisher, close attack, there you get your dagger. You can only assume more weapons will be available in time, but for now, that's what we got. I only have the one wizard robe. You can choose colors, but there's no customization on different stats for the wizard robes. Now for staffs, you start off with the Staff of Default, the staff made by the woodcarvers from the province of Default. Sorry, Defaulty. But you could also go and get other weapons. This one gives me -5 fire damage, +5 arcane damage, -100 health, and 4% run speed. So you can specialize a little bit more on your damage type. Cost you some health, but you can move a little faster. Maybe for the purposes of trying things out, we'll just take that new weapon. So that's it for now. You can only assume in the future there's going to be new items. Hopefully, with it being a free-to-play, the items won't necessarily be better, just different customizations. Check out the options menu right here. So you can rebind your keys if you want, which I played plenty of Magicka, so I'm happy with the defaults. You got display, you can have anti-aliasing, texture quality. You can also change your resolution. Audio, separate audio sliders, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, you search for a party. You can also create a party with your friends list. You can see who's currently on in your friends list. It'll show the number of people that are playing. And also, you can click on it and see the number of people that are just online in your Steam account, too. So it does tie to your Steam account. I will be back when I get a game. Now for some gameplay. This is essentially an online battle arena. Not quite a traditional MOBA. It doesn't have the same feel as something like Dota or whatever. Much like Magicka, you do have the 8 elements you combine. You can do 3 elements at a time. They are set to QWER, ASDF. Generally, you want to avoid having 2 of the opposing ones, so QA generally doesn't work together. And Magicka itself actually wouldn't work at all. And then right-click will trigger. Middle mouse click will self-trigger, so I could www, middle mouse click, and it'll self-heal. Alternatively, I could SSS, middle mouse click, and a point-blank area effect. S tends to turn attacks into beams, which is what you're seeing a lot of. Also, the cloak I was wearing also happens to give me some beams. Looks like someone made me wet. So other things to consider are, since I am wet, I take extra lightning damage. I can dry off by self-firing myself, but then take a little bit of damage from that too, so I have to heal. You can heal by W's. There's several different options for that. You can W and then right-click, it'll shoot a healing beam to somebody else. You can WE, which will drop healing mines. You can run over those and it'll self-heal. Nice little AoE heal there. E tends to put up walls. Also can, if you self-E, you also can give yourself shields. So maybe you don't want to take extra fire damage. You FE, middle mouse click. You're now at fire resistance. This game does have friendly fire, so be careful with that. Much like Magicka, which kind of the fun of Magicka, but sometimes awkward things can happen. You can see there, we both just started beaming. Careful when you cross the beams, things can happen. You also notice your self-healing is not nearly as good as someone else healing you.
75 of our
this map itself right now, it has 3 spawn points you're attempting to fight over and control. In the end, what happens is the spawn points, when you control them, you spawn little creeps.
We've taken over.
You also will make it so that your opponents can't respawn eventually. And that was a mistake there. You can see I just gave myself a healing shield. In other words, I'm immune to healing. You can give yourself bad buffs. Be careful. But I can still heal someone else. It is a little harder to move or to turn while you're beaming. Things right there. I'm clicking on him, I'm healing him while he pushes forward. Also, one thing that's a little bit different, you can see that you kind of slide when you do a beam. So you kind of move forward a little bit. It's like you're on ice for a second. Another thing is, some of the preset big spells from Magicka are not in the game. You have 4 spells you choose from. As you get higher amounts of spells cast, you unlock more and more you can do.
A spawn point has
so
been
like
taken
1,
from
I'll
us.
start running faster. It's haste. 3 is summon death. You can go ahead and just summon death in an area and he'll try to hit someone real hard. 4 is Meteor Shower. I'm going to assume that in the game itself, they're going to eventually make it so you can pick and choose your spell based on your class.
We have captured
Like right there, I just summoned death on him. It took a lot of healing bar, though, or magic bar. They just summoned heal. Oh, and they got someone with death. Other than that, Magicka was getting a bit of a small esports following. It was a really complex and interesting game, but it did have so many issues with the client. This one's much smoother, although this early access is the alpha, so keep that in mind if you try the game out. Other than that, that's pretty much the game. We're going to eventually be able to push through and win. Some of the spells I've learned is this one is QED, because I'm a bit of a math nerd. That is a shield that does earth, so it blocks them. E also is a freeze, so if they walk through it, they get frozen a little bit too. Nice little way to get away. You just spam QED. They walk into it, they're slowed, and then they have to go around it to catch up to you. So you can see right now I'm dragging guys away. Oop, I'm healing someone. That's a mistake. See the mini-map? Watch the mini-map, bottom left. That's where they're all at. Except for I really can't go there by myself, so I'm just kind of kiting away the creeps. Gonna heal a little bit. Game's pretty much over. We're getting... No, it's actually still pretty close. We're only up by 6.
50 tokens remain.
Every time you kill someone they res, it does take a token. Looks like he's healing resistant. That's interesting. No, I'm gonna come here. So we both hasted. I should have point blanked there. He's gonna get some help. Ow! That was a mistake. I put that in the wrong spot. QED. There, now he can't come after me. It also does explode at the end, too. It's a really nice spell. Back in the original Magicka, you can come out up to 5 elements at a time, and you had some interesting combos going on.
We've taken over a spawn point.
It's like everyone's here. You have to be careful when you have clusters of mages, because you can friendly fire each other really easily. So that's a look for the gameplay. Let's go look and see what else happens after the game's over. At the end, you start doing a little dance, even with creeps on you and dying. Shows you your stats for the game, so kill-death ratio, your score. Give you a victory screen, give you some more breakdown of your stats, which also affects your score. That will in turn give you some XP and crowns, so you get some currency. This is a free-to-play game, so there is going to be some progression. We can assume there's going to be some microtransactions involved. In fact, the early access for Steam, it does have microtransaction packages to get guaranteed access. That's it for the game. Check it out. If you're interested, it's available on Steam. Thanks for watching. Bye.